Hello, it's Mark Manuel with our concerned group of homeowners here at the Overlook, and we wanted to just give you a comparison in regard to our flower beds at our entrances here at the Overlook. And the first we're going to show you are what the flower beds used to look like 2 years ago, going back 10 to 15 years. And that will just show you a few clips of the winter flowers and the spring and summer flowers of the flower beds. And then we're going to show you the last pictures from the last 22 months of our flower beds. So you can see the change that has occurred, and we're just talking flower beds at the moment. And then at the very end, we'll show you a third category, which will be the flowers that were just planted here on May 31st, May 30th, May 31st, at the end of May 2026. And you can kind of see the difference between three different time frames. So again, these pictures right here we're getting ready to show you are photos of all the winter and spring summer flowers that we have installed over the last 15 years before the current board took over, and you'll be able to see those. And what we did to save money is we bought the plants, all the flowers. We always bought them at Woody's Nursery at wholesale prices, which is about half of what you would pay at Home Depot or anywhere else. And then we individually picked out every single flower by hand, chose the exact ones we wanted, and we came and planted them by hand in the ground, with love and care. And then we always enriched the soil naturally, and then we put mulch, which is different than pine bark chips. So these pictures you're getting ready to see are the last 10 to 15 years before the current board took over. And then after that, we'll show you some additional photos.
I can only imagine what it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus, or in awe of you be still?
So again, those were photos that you just saw from the previous board from the last 10 to 15 years. Now these pictures we're getting ready to show you are photos of the flower beds over the last 22 months when the new board took over in August 2024. So it's been 22 months, and this is what the flower beds have looked like for 22 months. Again, we're talking no sprinkler turned on for 21 months. We're talking glyphosate sprayed to kill the weeds that they let grow in the flower beds, and the soil has been virtually depleted. I mean, it's over a year and a half. It's not good. But you'll see by looking at the photos for the last 22 months what our flower beds have looked like from the current board of directors.
I tasted fire, I'm ready to come alive. I can't just shut it up and fake that I'm alright. I'm ready now, I'm not waiting for the afterlife. I'll let it burn the way the sun
see, it's been very, very rough the last 22 months under the current leadership of the current HOA board. Flower beds have been a wasteland, and that's putting it mildly. But some flowers were just planted here at the end of May 2026. They hired a company to plant flowers in the flower beds, and some flowers is better than no flowers, that's for sure, because it's just been bare dirt for quite a while, for 1.5 to 2 years. But I know details don't always matter to the average homeowner, but it is important. If we spend our money on certain kinds of plants and certain kinds of ground cover, certain kinds of, soil enhancement, whatever, it's important that you get it right. So what you're getting ready to see are the flowers that were just planted here at the end of May 2026. And you're going to see the flowers they're not the most beautiful. They're begonias, number one. And they turn different colors in the direct sun, which these are direct sun flower beds that are not favorable. And unfortunately, they put them about 1 to 2 feet apart, which is kind of ridiculous when you plant flowers in a flower bed that's at an entrance. That's supposed to be for the beautification of your neighborhood entrance. And then there's very little color in these flowers. And the most unusual thing is they coated all the tops of the soil with huge pine bark chips. And I know the average person probably doesn't care about that, but what happens, that's the cheapest, most inexpensive covering you can put over the soil in a flower bed is pine bark chips. Extremely inexpensive. That's why people don't usually use pine bark chips. And the reason why is because, number one, the pine bark, when it begins to biodegrade, it depletes nitrogen from the soil, and it also makes the soil highly acidic. So it's not a favorable ground cover for flower beds. Pine bark chips, not good, but that's what they used. And I actually saw them install the flowers and asked them, and I just asked some basic questions. It was clear these guys they weren't pillars in their field, in their community of landscaping. They were, these guys were not vetted ahead of time, unfortunately. Same guys that cut the tree down in the backside of Niblick Way that was hanging for weeks. I went down there and actually saw them, and they left a bunch of hanging stuff way up in the tree that they didn't cut because nobody vetted them. Nobody was there to watch them install or cut or anything. So they did a crappy job with the tree, and they did a pretty crappy job with the flower beds, unfortunately. So we're just making the homeowners aware this is what we got for our money for all of spring and summer. Well, spring's gone, really. This is really summer months because the flowers just got put in here at the end of May, beginning of June. So these are the pictures of the current flower beds. So now that you've seen all three options, you've seen what the flower beds were like for 10 to 15 years before the current board. You saw all the flower beds for the last 22 months during the current new board of directors. And now you've seen the recent install in the last couple of days in May 2026 of the current flowers in the flower bed for the summer. And, as a homeowner, out of those three options, which would you normally prefer? Beautiful flowers, no flowers, dead soil, or 3, the brown, ugly begonias, gigantic pine bark chips. Just curious, what's your preference as a homeowner as you drive into the neighborhood? Which of the 3 would you prefer? Thanks for listening.
I can only imagine what it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus?